First of all, congratulations on the film.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So you encounter Canorlock first in the film. You see him kind of in a dreamlike state.
Yeah.
Did you try and stay away from Bill to kind of preserve that natural, visceral reaction to seeing him for the first time in like full makeup?
It kind of happens just through the process that he is kind of a little bit separate, because we'd be in like the regular makeup
Trailer,
getting ready or whatever, but Bill, with the prosthetic team that he had and everything, would be in a different trailer, so you wouldn't always be crossing over as much. But I think the first time we kind of got a sense of what he was maybe doing was we heard his voice first. And then I think, so that was spectacular to hear that, because it was like, oh, unexpected and terrifying. And then I think we saw like designs that Rob had sketched out of what the makeup would potentially look like. But then when you see that, you know, the completed design of that with the costume and everything else, it just feels so authentic and rooted in history. And yeah, it was a complete transformation and terrifying and also wonderful to be around.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same watching the film.
Yeah.
You play Jocelyn in The Idol, another...
I thought you were going to say Jocelyn in this. I was going to say, no, not quite.
But another character who's drawn, shall we say, to a toxic, flawed man.
Yeah.
Did you find any similarities between the two characters?
Interestingly, yes. You wouldn't think so, because they're, of course, two, you know, completely different worlds and characters and all that. But I think clearly I'm interested in, you know, the kind of darker underbelly of emotion that is to be explored, and also that was also quite a physical performance in a very different way, with a lot of like dancing and, you know, physical movement that I hadn't explored before. And this was a totally different type of physical movement, but one that was just as new to me, and so it was fun to explore that in a different way. But yeah, thank you for noticing, because I kind of thought that too. There are kind of through lines, I guess, that you wouldn't expect in those two worlds.
And Robert already has such a strong vision for this, and it's been brewing in his head for so many years. And what's it like coming on board? Like, what's there to do for you guys when it is so ready for him already?
It's brilliant, because there's just a wealth of information. He's done so much research, and it has so much information that he can really prepare you. First of all, the script's so detailed and descriptive that you get a great sense of it through that, and then the storyboards, and then how they, you know, how the sets are designed, how the costumes are designed, how the flow of the camera through sequences. It's kind of, you get, I think Willem describes it as, you get like this framework that's rigid, but then it's brilliant to play within that in terms of what the character's experiencing. But in terms of the world that you enter, it couldn't be more real. So it's great as actors.
It's cool because I was talking about this earlier, but it's like, it's cool because it's almost like you are like stripped of a lot of like choices that you usually have to make, like how am I gonna, like how should I stand, or how should I walk in, or how should I this and that. Like, you don't have to think about those things because there is such a framework and a structure to the scene, you know, that is already built with the camera, that they've storyboarded and everything, and so you're able to kind of fold right into a picture that's almost done already. And so then it's cool because it leaves you really to focus on your emotional inner work, and you're able to focus all your energy on that because everything else is kind of choreographed in a way. Yeah. It's cool.
And at Film Stories, we love to kind of highlight indie films and underseen gems. So can you tell me an underseen film that you would love people to discover?
Underseen.
It's always these questions.
People haven't seen.
Yeah, it's always these questions that I forget every movie that I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, I watched Conclave last night and I really enjoyed that. I don't know if it's underseen. It's probably seen a lot.
It's so good though.
But it was great. I enjoyed it.
I mean, I don't know if this is underseen. I certainly hope it isn't. But Willem has been asked a lot about this movie Shadow of a Vampire that he's in. That I had never heard of it, and I had never seen it, and I watched it recently, and it's amazing. It's so cool. It's such a fun movie. Yeah. So I hope that it's not underseen. But if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and again, a huge congratulations on NOSFERATU.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.